He thinks that the TV Hawaii 5-0 is a fucking documentary. Oh yeah, Magnum PI documentary. Yeah, fucking idiot. Gold.
Okay, he's the Negro coke dealer. He's about to, you guys got him on your radar already. He's about to be sentenced in less than a week. And he's going around and he's creating mayhem before he goes to jail. I got a weird call one night. They were on my phone and I heard metal clanking in my phone. And that was them taunting me with guns over the phone. They just...
The thing is, it's probably true. He probably has ripped off people or is a piece of shit or something and owes people, because you can just imagine him. Like, this piece of shit would have done it to everybody because he is just like a bum, a nothing fucking bum. That's, again, adds to the shock factor. How could these beautiful wahine ever be around this type of DC clowndom? Honestly, it's hard to fucking understand. Mana is everything. It should have, the mana they had should have burnt away the cyst fucking immediately. That's what mana can do. That's its superpower, especially for wahine. Mana is everything. Just like the Force. Just like the fucking Force, bro. Just like mana. Mana is everything.
And what do you believe that metal clanking to be? What do you believe that metal to be?
A shotgun. What he shot my girl in the freaking head with tonight.
Like, let's say it's true, right? Let's say it's true. Then for sure, like, I would believe that he would have told the wahine, that he would have told her, like, oh, you know, we can't go into this guy's place tonight because, you know, I owe him some money. Or, you know, I've got to keep quiet. And if he did, it's like, you're going to have a baby with a dude that's a fucking drug dealer that is as smart as a fucking snail that's taken a trip. Like, fuck. Think about it, wahine. And I know, like, the majority of wahine out there that listen to me ramble on is that they will say there's no fucking way I would. There's no fucking way I would. And that's good. That's fucking awesome. Just make sure. Mana truly is everything.
Why would Fresh do something like this?
I beat him for $600 worth.
Okay, he fronted you. He fronted you
Me,
$600.
yes. Comes down to the fact that I lost my fiance because I had cocaine addiction, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. That's more pain than you or anybody else could put me through. And I feel like I killed a beautiful little girl.
It's pure DC gold, eh? He wants to make himself into the victim. It's just genius.
I wanted to put something up my freaking nose, so I gotta live with that now.
How do you believe, or
He killed her because he knew how much I loved her. He would have been better off killing me.
if I heard this and I was in Colombia, down in South America or Mexico, I would believe that maybe they would execute someone's family with a rip, you know, for ripping someone off. But here in the United States, this would be the first time ever I've heard of something like this. So I'm having a tough time believing it.
Well, if you guys don't believe me, then I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here.
Tell me what you just said.
I said I had a good relationship.
Now, through the course of this, you've been using that past tense. People that have lost loved ones don't use the word had.
And that's the other thing, genius boy here, he would never even have thought about that. Even if he probably watched true crime all the time, he still wouldn't get that lesson about that, eh? That wouldn't even have entered his mind. Like, oh, when I'm talking to them, I better talk to them and the pretense that they're here, that they're still present in my life, and not with, had and gone. Dick, head is gold.
Nick, I without a doubt, unequivocally believe that you did this, and I think I told you, it's the important thing is to find out why you did it.
Oh, this is gold, eh? Like right now, DC is thinking, what? They don't fucking believe me? Oh, stinkbird. Like, that's how fucking dumb this dungy is. Right up to this time, he thought that he had it in the bag, that the cop were listening to everything he was saying and believing it all. And right now, genius here has just been smashed in the face by the cops, not just hinting that maybe you might have done it. It's like, oh no, man, without a doubt, unequivocally, you did this, bro. Unreal. Like, that's just not a no. That's like, bro, you are so fucking stupid to think that we would believe that story. Janus. Genius. You're a genius, mate.
That's the bottom line.
I'm going through pain right now. I lost my girl and I'm not demonstrating over.
You cried fake tears in here.
Fake tears?
Fake. Put the gun in her mouth and pulled the trigger.
And you're a coward because you won't admit
I
it.
put a gun in her mouth and pulled the trigger.
Absolutely.
Pulled the trigger.
And the cops, the cops aren't scared about doing any of this, because they're not thinking for a moment, this clown is not going to say, I need a lawyer, because there's no way this clown is going to think that there's someone else in the room that they're smarter than me. So he'll keep on battling with the cops. The cops have run into this piece of slime shit before. So it's like, of course he won't call a lawyer. So you can brutalize him in that room. It's gold. When you think of body language and you think, well, what would you do if you were a person like this and you were, in genius his spot and you had to act cool and collected and all that kind of shit? Look at his body language. There's just complete disconnect. Motherfucker looks like one of those stick insects just freaking out. He's got sprayed with Raid. Gold.
That's exactly what I did, yeah. That's false, dude. I know. I love doing that to 100-pound girls. What do I even need a gun for a 100-pound girl for? Think about it, dude. Honestly.
You're getting angry right now.
I'm getting angry because I'm tired of just being questioned.
We can see the rage.
The rage. I have so much rage, dude. I'm dying. I know.
You just say you wanted to talk to me?
I was wondering can I be released or go home, or what can I do?
In a little while, just to talk to your family.
Yeah, it's something like him thinking, well, look, they can't charge me with anything, because there's no evidence. And it's like, so he immediately says, when can I go home? I want to sleep. And you're thinking, man, you ever thought that you would be going home? Genius. And then what they do is and this cop just here goes, we're talking to your whānau. Again, this fucking dipshit thought that, there's no way they're going to talk to anyone else because I'll just explain it to them and they'll go get fresh and, that'll be it. It'll be gold. I'll say, yeah, I'll make up some other shit and get him incarcerated. And it's like, oh, man, genius.
We're still talking to your family. Okay? When we're done talking to your family, then you can go.
All right. Are they here?
Yeah.
Interrogating my family. What the does my family do with my loved one? Old lady, my dad, my brother, doing that purpose.
The psychiatrist chick that's on the actual episode done, which is the Signs of a Psychopath, I'll leave a link below in the description. She's one of those shrinks that is excellent to listen to. She seems to know her shit, and she says that this guy is self-serving, which is exactly right. It is, because he is. It's not the mana process of protecting your whānau and making sure that there's no harm comes to them. It's this piece of shit here, self-serving, and what he's doing to make himself look good. And let's go.
What's up?
I'm going to give you what you want.
What's that?
I did it. All right? Charge me. Arrest me now.
Well, how'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Pain.
What kind of pain?
Pain that I wouldn't even want to describe to any of you guys or remorse. Just know I did it. I'm breaking. I'm stepping up to the plate like a man. Please get my family out of this. I don't want any of my family bothered by this. I'm giving you what you want. I'm giving you a confession. I'll write it on paper. You can get it on tape. You can arrest me and charge me now and take me to jail. Please, just please make it as easy on me as possible, because when it comes down to it, my mother and my brother are my world.
It's like, no, if he had any mana whatsoever, there's no way that he would even commit something such as this, that his family would be anywhere near it. To crush his last name as being, that's those people there whose fucking son's a serial killer or fucking spree killer or just a piece of shit DC. It's like, oh my God, if he had any mana whatsoever, there's no way he would put his family, his whānau, through all of that. He doesn't have any mana. This thing here is a septic piece of shit stuck to the side of your shoe.
Okay, the world's gonna be turned upside down. Ain't nothing ever gonna be the same again.
Yeah, where's the gun?
You guys have it.
Who did you do first?
My mother.
Why?
Because I wanted her to hear.
Remember what I told you at the start about personality of the DC, that those skin DCs, that they are cruel. And it's not that they get their rocks off or jerk off when they do something that's cruel. No, it's just that they, in their minds, they find enjoyment from other people's suffering, shock suffering. And in this case, this is what this piece of shit did that made him feel good.
I wanted her to hear.
You wanted your girlfriend to hear?
Yeah. She was a piece to me. She turned my life upside down. I went over there with the intention to feel like I finally stood up for myself. I didn't have the necessarily intention to do that drastic, you know what I mean?
Did you think you were just gonna go over there to scare him?
I didn't want to scare him. I wanted to punch her in her freaking face, but I wound up doing it worse.
And what was going on in your mind?
Blank. Literally. Like she wasn't even there. When the gun went off, it was like there was nothing in front of me. All I felt was the heat from the gun. It was such a small room, such a big gun in a small room.
Okay. And when you shot Mary Jane, how far away were you?
Decent distance, away from her bed.
Okay. Was she?
Say from the muzzle of the gun to her head was at least 15 feet.
Did you wake her up?
I just went in and she kind of like sat up, Mary Jane did. She kind of just like sat right into it. Kind of the same thing with Paula too.
She sat up a little bit.
A little bit. Pretty sure you guys found they both had this type of look on them.
Okay, when you got out of Mary Jane's room, what did you say?
Paula freaking out, coming towards her bedroom door.
Okay,
Like I said, I put the gun up like a bar so she couldn't get through, and I told her to sit down on the bed, shut the up.
and did she comply?
Yes, sat right down. Didn't say a word, not even a peep.
Okay,
Like a little puppy. Didn't say one word when you tell me to shut up, you know?
okay.
And then I just raised the gun, shot her and cycled and shot her again.
And this here on our channel, inside the DC universe of ours, this thing is cruel.
Why'd you shoot your girlfriend twice?
Couldn't take her anymore. Sad as that may sound, rather than just breaking up with her. She had a vendetta out for me anymore. She was out to get me. It was almost like a little battle in my head. It's either her first or me. Because if she got her chance to put me in that same position she did, that I did to her tonight, she would too. I'd be laying there just like she was.
What was going? I mean, you said pain. What kind of pain? What are you going through?
I'll be honest, the actual night tonight, nothing even happened. This has been building up for the whole 2 years. Me and her got started on a bad note, and it ended on a real bad note. And what I did is 100% unjustifiable.
What happened? What's been building up?
You ever have a girl take you, and have you ever dated when you were younger, have a girl take you and crush you?
Yes.
Literally, like a freaking soda can, throw you in the corner like a rag
Do you
doll.
think she crushed you?
Yes, she kept playing me for a fool, like I was a little puppet on a string.
And
Tonight was just, that was it. That was it. Wrong as it is, that tonight was it. It was a battle. Her family will say different, but her family and her from day one have made me look like the black sheep.
Yeah, man, were they wrong? It's who wouldn't want some dude who doesn't have a job, doesn't have an education, doesn't want either of those, is a small-time drug dealer who owes money because they ripped off a bigger-time drug dealer, someone that consistently lies to make himself look important, and to top it off, he is the brains of a very small snail who really loves acid. Yep, you're a catch, little Nicky. You're a catch, and I'm going to enjoy knowing that at some stage you're going to be watching this episode of ours on this channel, because I'll be sending a link to this video to the prison that you're incarcerated in. So no doubt they're all going to be laughing at how much of a fucking joke, DC, you are.
So I gave them what they want. Now I'm really a piece.
You didn't go back into the house when you got back there the second time.
It's not like I'm some psycho. I want to stand over and think, like, yeah, look what I did. You know what I mean? Get my jollies off. It's not like that. I created a monster because I was too nice to her in the beginning. My mom told me I was going to do it. She said, you don't cater to a woman like that and give them every little thing you want, because then they expect it. Then you create a monster and you got to deal with it.
Okay. And that's
what happened.
That's what happened.
See, it was at that moment there, that one where he says that his mum says to him some good advice, and I would say that that advice probably was given to her son in regards to the people that he just murdered. Like, And that's what makes me think that what if his mum knew that he was this angry against her and fucking, instead of like calming him down and listening to shit, she just stoked the fire and kept it going until this guy went over there and said, yeah, fuck, I'll do it. Like, because he's got like the blessing of his mother. Like, it's hard to believe that she didn't know, because you gotta think this guy here would have opened his mouth and would have bitched on and bitched on and bitched on, especially if he wasn't being able to sleep over there on certain nights because he's been such a fuckwit. And it's like, oh man, if his mother knew, like, oh, that's the reason why I want to see if the cops will release the interviews with the mother and the brother, to hear what they said about it, to hear what she says about her son and about the relationship her son was in. Because if she knows her son, then she must have known that there's a fucking good chance that he not only beats her up, but he's going to fucking probably kill her as well. And she did nothing? No, speculation. But 2 and 2 sometimes make 4.3.
I created a monster. In return, she made me a monster.
This is a culmination of years of relationship, like over the course of the 2 years that you've been together.
Yeah.
This all just welled up.
As cold-blooded as that may sound, yeah. And I know I look like a p*** in everybody's eyes in the world now. Probably even my own mother and my own brother.
Oh, way more than just a piece of shit, bro. Way more than that. DC level.
I'm just tired of the whole thing, man. Tired of living how I've been living for God knows how many years. I don't want my family to suffer for this. I'm tired of people looking at me like a piece of There's nothing I can do.
Now, DC here, when it went to court, surprise, surprise, that J4 plan of his to make him look like the victim hero that was protecting his family from all the shit that he had just created for them, well, of course he changed his mind and created another section of his J4, which was to plead not guilty and then say that he loves both his girlfriend and her mum and there's no way that he would do it. And what's gold about that is that genius here, our DC and his lawyer, had said that DC here had said to the detectives that he wasn't going to talk anymore and he was going to stop talking to them in this interrogation that you've just seen, and that when he said that the cops should have just stayed away. And even better, the reason why he says that they were able to force a confession out of him was because he was tired. And that is what genius here ran at the appeal courts with his lawyer. And shockingly enough, somehow that failed. So PsychoPathetic is dying his way in a prison cell, still yelling out his J4 plan to the world. Now, to wrap this episode up, I'll get back to that shocking question, and I'll say to all of you wahine and manu, men as well, is that always make sure, always, like as sure as you can be, that the person that you bring into just to meet your whānau, especially your ma and pa, that person is worthy of such. Because I'm sure that if that rule of thumb was adhered to, that this would have been a good chance that this wouldn't have happened instead of a good chance that it would. Mana is everything. Protecting your whānau is mana. And this guy, this PsychoPathetic, is one of those people that isn't just someone that doesn't have mana. He is a DC. And that is one of those guys that will steal yours. So don't let them in. Stay safe, all of you. All of you, stay safe. Keep away from DCs, especially you guys.